What's up guys, Sativ here, and I'm going to be doing some live commentary over a few games that I recorded last weekend. So I want you guys to sit back and enjoy the matches. This first game we're playing against Holy Paladin, Affliction Warlock, Ellie Shaman. We start by landing a sap on the Shaman and making our way over to the Paladin. I open with a cheap shot, slice and dice, premeditation, hemorrhage. I also tricked my priest. I have to pool energy to kidney shot out of this cheap shot, which is a very inefficient opener. We get like no damage on the Paladin, who gets Siphene feared at the same time, which gives me a chance to re-stealth. I noticed that the Warlock got hexed by my Shaman, so I decided to garrote the Pally. The Pally is taking some pretty okay damage here from us, so he has to pop some cooldowns to compensate. Or Mastery, Guardian, and Avenging Wrath. I Shadow Step and full kidney him now that he's off stun DRs. Our Priest Horror's out. Oh, he's taking so much damage, but the Ellie Shaman's Healing Tide Totem and his cooldowns managed to keep him up. I decided to go on the Warlock to keep the pressure rolling. He gets sacked right away, and then he sack packs right after this kidney shot. So the Warlock is taking no damage. I ran behind the pillar here trying to get a re-stealth, but I was way too impatient and just sprinted out there like an idiot. We're just kind of hammering into the Paladin here and he freedoms away. He's trying to keep the gap between me and him. My priest lands a silence on him here, and he's taking some substantial damage. My kidney shot doesn't land. Not quite sure what that was about, so I prep Vanish cheap shot. He is forced to bubble. I switch onto the Warlock and happen to kick a fear right away. The Warlock gets bopped as soon as I connect with him. Obviously the Paladin isn't having fun right now. I kidney shot the Ellie Shaman here. Decided to bomb right as I tricked and danced, but get knocked away with no dance. Rookie mistake. But it's not all wasted, because I land a cheap shot on the Warlock. I'm getting some crazy damage on the lock here. I don't see him dip so low. I decide to catch a re-stealth for no fucking reason. Oh, I step back in and hammer into the lock. I'm super lucky the Paladin was sitting a fear for the whole time that Warlock was alive, or I would have seriously felt like an idiot after this game. In this match we're queuing into Mage, Affliction Warlock, Restoration Druid. So I get a sap on the Druid here. We decide to open up on the Warlock. I get shut down right away though. My Shaman dispelled some dots off of my priest, and I ended up sitting a full fear. He gets me really late and cleans my dots, and I just sit a re-stealth because the lock was feared and couldn't stop me. I reopen on the Warlock once more and get some pretty good damage out. But once more, feared again, no dispel. I decide to use this opportunity to get a re-stealth. The Druid thinks he's going to get me, he's got me targeted there, but he gives up. I decide to reopen on the Druid with a Shadow Step Garrote into a full kidney. My priest at the same time said let's go Druid, so this was perfect. I happened to get DB polyed here. Again, late dispel, but better late than never, right? The Druid was CC'd with a fear the entire time anyway. He breaks the fear into a horror, but I got feared too. I vanish Garrote, short cheap shot, and we get some pretty big burst randomly. Easy win. In this game we're matched up against some dirty priest KFC. KFC. I start the game with a sap on the priest, and we decide to go on the warrior to try and shut him down as best as we can, since their plan is to literally just target my priest and not untarget him for the entire arena match. It's unfortunate that it's viable for this comp to literally target one thing for the entire game, but what can you do, right? I get feared here and knocked out by the priest on my re-stealth, and the warrior is just over there racking on my priest. So I blind the warrior and cheap shot his trinket. My Shaman gets scatter trapped, but I think my priest got a little bit of distance here with these stuns. We're trying to get some damage on the warrior. I get feared again by a Siphene, which is kind of annoying. I redirect a kidney onto the priest here. We linked and popped a lot of defenses. I sap off the kidney, which is pretty wicked. We're still just going ham into this warrior, trying to get some damage into him. It's really difficult though. My priest lands a fear off of my sap, but it takes a little bit of time for him to get over there and get it. We're still just going in on the warrior, you know, and they're still just going in on my priest, who's forced to disperse at this point. My Shaman is sitting a lot of CC, and He gives silence on their priest who swapped, which was maybe a mistake on his behalf. I try and capitalize on his swap by building combos and kidneying him. He's in a full kidney here. I'm dancing, getting as much damage as I can into him. I dodge a scatter, which is completely random. I'm going ham. Gets a full fear when I'm out of energy, so this is really good for us. Into a hex. They get a spell reflect on my priest's devour plague, but he had mind spikes and deaths, all that good stuff. Thanks for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed the commentary and had fun watching the arena matches. Until next time, I'm Sativ, and I want you guys to stay sneaky.